Hi, this is Tony from Air Guns, Air Rifles, and Pistols. Today I have the MRod Air AirMax Varmint PCP. The folks at MRod Air were kind enough to send us two varieties of their new PCP rifle, both the 177 and the one I'm holding here, which is the 22. On this rifle right now, I'm actually using an MTC Viper Connect SL, which is in a low eye relief or close eye relief scope. It gives about twice the field of view that you would normally get at 10 times magnification from a normal scope. So for a lightweight rifle, it's a great option that's out there. It's mounted with worn rings. These worn rings are a little unique in that they're made in the USA, have a little more high tolerance than some of the other rings out there, so they make a great addition to any setup and kit. So the MRod Air AirMax Varmint. This is a entry-level PCP rifle. It's available in 177 as well as in 22. As you can see here in the front, it actually does come with the LDC built in. It's baffled, has open sights, so for those of you that don't want to add the cost and the weight of putting a scope on it, you don't have to go that route. It does come with the open sights that are fully adjustable out the box. Bottom of it here, you'll see that it does have the air gauge. It holds about 125 or so cc's of air, waiting to get that verified from the manufacturer. These are made by Snow Peak in China for MRod Air. They are MRod Air branded. They go through an additional step as far as the quality control process goes before MRod Air will accept and import them into the US. So they are a great option. Safety is right in front of the trigger, standard bladed trigger, regular bolt action PCP rifle. Advertises 800 feet per second, give or take, on 22-900 on 177, and you can expect between 30 to 35 shots out of it at that value. I mentioned it's a lightweight rifle. It clocks in at right around 4.9 to 5 pounds, which is a good thing. Trigger is adjustable. You can do a little bit of sear adjustment on there. Length is 37.4, 37.5 inches. And right now, MRod Air is doing a deal with these. You have two different flavors, or two different options when you order them in whichever of those two calibers you want. You can get them standard with the single shot magazine. It's a great little magazine. You'll see a picture of it here on screen in a moment. It has a little magnet on it. It's an aluminum magazine, has a magnet, slides right and locks into place. The single shot tray that it comes with for 177 or 22, that has an MSRP of $199 before shipping. The additional magazines are available for $20 each, and you can get it as a package deal with one magazine as well as a single shot tray for right around $250 or so. These are currently available from MRod Air. Filling it, standard fill probe, oh, not quite standard, it's a little smaller than what you have on your Hot Suns and such, but it is a fill probe. It does come with it. The fill probe is nice in that it has the Foster fitting built into it, so there's no need to go out and purchase an additional adapter. These are PCP air rifles, so you will need a way to charge them. They do offer a pump on the MRod Air site, as well as standard options, just scuba tank, SVBA, compressor, whatever you like there. The quality is pretty impressive for the price point. You'll see that it has checkering both on the forestock and the grip. It's a Monte Carlo style stock. You get about 14.3 inches of pull. Now mind you, because this is a short eye relief scope, I am pretty close to the scope lens there. That's one of the advantages of those short relief scopes, or short eye relief scopes, and also how they're able to get your bigger field of view out of it. 200 bar fill, 11 millimeter dovetail for you to attach any of your optics. For the most part, you can usually get away with medium high optics. The magazine will fit there. And what we'll do is we'll take these out and we'll give them a trial, chronograph them, see what the trigger pull comes out in, and see how they group with a few different types of ammunition. As far as ammo goes today, I want to thank our new sponsors, Predator International. They supplied us with some JSBs, Predator polybags, as well as their PDG line of pellets. Pretty darn good pellets. It's an affordable line of pellets for air guns available in 177 and 22 right now from most major retailers. Last word before we get to shooting this gun, the magazine that comes with it, if you go that option, 9 shots for 177, and it's going to be a 7-shot magazine in 22. So how about we go outside and see how this thing does. So now we're outside. I actually have the AirMax Varmint all set up here. First we're just going to do some Chrony testing. I'm at a full 200 bar fill. I'm going to use a single shot tray just for simplicity's sake, so I'm not reloading the magazine repeatedly. .764. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take out, I have one of these nice little trigger pull testers, and we'll see what value that gives us for the next shot. So we came in at about 3 1/4 pounds on the trigger pull. We'll do it a second time just to make sure that we're getting a consistent pull there. The speed on that shot was 771 feet per second. And right again between 3 pounds and 1/8, 3 pounds and 1/4. So I feel pretty confident saying we're getting just a little bit over 3 pounds of trigger pull. That last shot came in at 774. 824, and this will be the 20th shot. And at this point, after this shot, I'm going to actually bring out the decibel meter and see what kind of volume we're getting out of it. And 831. So now that was 20 shots, rose up to 831 as far as our feet per second. I'm loading up my decibel meter on my phone right now. So we got a decibel reading of 74.1, and I'll put that on screen here. That's pretty nice. That's actually really comparable to what we were getting out of some of the more higher end suppressed or with built-in shroud or LDC. Last shot came in at 834. We're starting to drop again, which is about correct. With the non-regulated pre-charged pneumatic air rifles and pistols, you tend to get a shot curve where those first shots are a little lower as it's overcoming the pressure in the cylinder when you actually have the hammer strike the valve. Then it raises a bit, and now it should start lowering a bit. Depending on how quickly this lowers, we'll see how well set up this rifle is. 816, 808, 801, 793. That's at 30 shots. In 22, this rifle, the AirMax, MRod Air Airmax Varmint, is advertised at getting 30 shots per fill off of 22. So we're above that right now with these JSBs. This will be shot 31. 786, 778, 771, and we'll end this on the 40th shot off of it, and that's at 723. We got 30 really good shots and another 10 acceptable shots out of this. You'll note that at the very beginning, a couple of those shots were on the low side. What I would personally recommend doing with this rifle would be, instead of going with the full 200 bar fill, I'd fill it to just a little bit below that. If you're going off of PSI, 200 bar is right around 2,900 PSI. I'd say to start with about a 2750 around fill or so, and you should get about 25 to 30 shots that are going to be pretty close. So we started off with a 200 bar fill, and we're down, I want to say to the 10 mark. So this started fill up at the 20 mark. It's down to a little below the 10 mark. This is an MPA So it's a little different, but it's still pretty acceptable. These next shots are in slow-mo at 25 yards. This is the first 25-yard shot, or rather string, that I took after zeroing in the rifle. Winds were baseline at about 5 to 7 miles per hour. We did have some gusts up to 15. Where we shoot, it does shift from left to right a little here, which accounts for some of the side-to-side action. After getting used to the rifle, I took 2 more 5-shot groups, and here are the results of them, with the last 5-shot group at 25 yards I took being quite impressive. Next we'll move on to the 50-yard groups. These last shots were taken at 50 yards. On the targets, those squares are each 1 inch. So if you take a look, you'll see that our groups here are between 1.5 inches, 1 3/4. To be honest, they could have been a lot better. Further shooting later, I was able to get a couple groups that were under 3/4 of an inch, and this group that I'm shooting right now comes pretty close. It is definitely under 1 inch and a lot closer to the 3/4. With a little less wind, I'm pretty sure we would have gotten much better results. The Varmint is available through MrodAir.com. The scope is available through mpcoptics.us, and the pellets are available through most major retailers. This is Tony from AirGunsARP.com.
And I screwed up, so I'm going to have to start over again. Can you pass me that rifle?